Hey everybody, welcome to some Age of Mythology Extended Edition, new haircut, new camera view. Look at it, you guys can see kind of this wall now. Isn't that awesome? Just trying things out. Um, I'm on the Extended Edition, as you might be able to see, because a fella sent me some recorded games to watch, and we'll watch two of them. He wanted some tips, but he plays Loki, so if you've seen my Norse, you know it's not the best. But maybe we'll give some at least give some general ideas and stuff. On Extended Edition, Loki versus Hades. And of course, the guy we're looking for here is the Hades. Let me turn down my sound a little bit. It's a little bit loud. And what can we do about this view? There we go. All right, Loki versus Hades. I think he said this was on Land Unknown, which can come with some pretty awesome maps sometimes. I love Land Unknown. I wish there's actually someone Rebels Rising has been making for the original version on Titans has been making kind of like an updated Unknown that's more balanced because Land Unknown and The Unknown can be pretty goofy. Age of Bugology Ubisoft Edition. Yes, just watching some recorded games. And I do love this map spawn version of the unknown. We actually, a true fan would remember the Old Boys clan playing an RTS League game, and it was on this spawn. So imagine 3v3 on this spawn. But here is kind of an example of what's wrong with the unknown. Is why is the Hades one town center on the middle, but not the Lokis? Um, Also I think it looks like it's in water range as well. So like if both town centers were on the middle, that would be fine. But the way it's spawned is it's obviously in Blue's favor. And yeah, the one bad thing about extended edition recorded games is that they run it like not full speed sometimes, which is really strange. I don't know how they could mess that up. I do like though this little pond here in the corner. It's got two fish for no reason. But this one over here is six fish. So yeah, good old maps, I guess you could say. But anyway, I'm supposed to be watching this guy and kind of telling him what he did wrong. I'm not a build order guy, so I can't really say what's going on with build orders. I mean, I do like that he's munched up, he's bunched up his villagers. Probably should have the ox cart, if we're really gonna pick, could maybe have it this way instead of that. But that's all right. With this kind of map, though, I mean, this would be a fun map. A balanced version of this, I think, would be pretty fun to have in the actual map pool. Get rid of this and this because that's not useful, but have this. This is kind of cool. Um, I like it. It's fun. But yeah, this is Hades versus Loki. King Morphoi, hello! Going around the corner here to get a boar. A little bit of some eco mismanagement. Missed his two pigs behind his base. We also got like the autumnal trees here. I like these trees. Uh oh, build more houses to continue unit production. Am I watching a recorded game of me? I don't know what's this Hades guy's doing, but he's making lots of boats. Let's fast forward a little bit. So I don't have all night. You can tell, like, I mean, his eco management is a little bit off. He's got 260 gold. He's just now building his temple. Really, on any map these days, you want to advance by 445 as a Norse for sure. And we can see he's not making that at all. So while I'm not a build guy, if whatever you're doing doesn't get you to 445 classical age, you need to fix it. Yeah, I don't care. Whoa, I don't care how you fix it. You know, that's kind of the difference between, Mr. Boyd, bless his heart. He's a huge build order guy. And I'm more of just if you age up when you want to or when you need to, does it really matter how you got there? I don't, you know, obviously your perfect build orders will certainly help you. But like 530 is a little bit too slow. Like if the Hades player, this is kind of a mess, advanced quickly and did like a water rush, he would be pushed off of water. There'd be no doubt about it. But I don't know how good depressed inside is. But it looks like he's going for the majorly housed, even slower age up, while having all of these resources in the bank. And at this point, you might as well be getting his eco upgrades. But like, this is obviously a very great example of inefficiency. I mean, a lot of resources, can't do anything with it. Might as well age up faster. So Pefimoso here is doing the right thing at this point in getting per sign up right away. I kind of like that. It seems to be like outside of Medit, that's kind of the trend on water maps, is to get per sign right away. And I mean, if you're aging up at 530 and your opponent hasn't aged up, you might as well get per sign anyway. And now he's making a few long boats and also making some long houses, but doesn't really have much scouted, so he doesn't really know what's going on. I will play some games later. I don't know if it'll be 1v1s or what. But he's got to watch out for his boats here. He's basically, he threw away a lot of resources, at least for this one. This is a boat and a half dead. One thing you got to watch out for, I don't think a lot of players think about this, is that the Hades docks do more damage. And that is pretty important. Because a normal dock does 8. His Hades basically gets an extra 1.6 damage. But garrisoning it gives it additional damage, and it fires 2 arrows. So it's actually a pretty substantial upgrade for Hades here. A depressed inside. Oh, wow. He's really holding on to resources here. Interesting to make another temple, because it can only make curse here. He's also kind of in a bad spot. Like when you're playing Norse, I think Greek would actually have a pretty big advantage on this map because of their additional range, +2 range. And on a map like this where there's not a lot of room for boats to fight, the range is going to come into play pretty significantly here, to where normally I think once these boats start getting mashed up, you might be able to fit one more boat and then probably be it, but the Hades with all the range should be able to get more boats fighting. Oh, he's about to lose his Minotaur here. So Pefimoso, he's doing a good job. I like this when you're using your resources that you got, but this is a rough boat fight for him, even though it looks good. I mean, there's still a restoration, which we'll probably see here. Gotta watch his heroes. They're kind of just getting pummeled by the boats. And I really don't know why we're not seeing a restoration. Tell me, oof. If ever there was a time to use a restoration, it was certainly then, right before you lose the heroes and extra boats. Like, Red shouldn't have lost that dock. What we got here? 2 pigs. Oh, Dragon, how are you? But he pressed inside. He is going up Aphrodite. Won't overly help him a lot here. Blue only has... Okay, he does have all that fish. Alright. Yeah, I think if you're fighting a Hades, like again, what is this like a no god power challenge? I mean, shoot, you could have the Sentinel here helping out, but oh, I guess he just remembered he had it. Use it after the dock is dead. Pure hoplites. Interesting. It's like Pefimoso here. This is actually a tough map. Um, like where do you press if you're Pefimoso here? Like there's not a lot of places to go because if he wants to like gold block, he would have to push through up here. Me versus Dragon. Dragon AOM? Now we're kind of like, what do you do here? Do you grab a town center or do you age up? He's a little bit away from aging up. Also, do eat your chickens. Do eat your chickens. They gather faster than farms. So you should be on chickens. Eat your free food in your base. Maybe if you scouted, could have scouted and eaten, those instead. Looks like he's grabbing a town center, which he wasn't super close to aging up, so maybe it's a good idea. No, I love this map. This is, I think, with a little bit of tuning, this map would be fun to play on. But the problem is the Loki. There's just no place where are you gonna attack? The Hades is 2 gold mines in the base. You can't really fight water now that there's these many boats because the Greek is gonna have more that can fight because of the range upgrade. A bit of a so Pefimoso here. He actually is grabbing the town center in the middle of the map. That's kind of unusual. See, I think it would be awesome if... The problem with this map, as I touched in the beginning, is that only red's second town center is on the middle. Blue's isn't. So you really should have 2 town centers in the middle of the map to make it even. And that's kind of the downfall of Land Unknown, or Unknown. This is actually Land Unknown, though it does have water. Is that the map just doesn't spawn balanced. And now we've kind of come into a game of where neither player is really doing a whole lot, though Pefimoso is grabbing 3 town centers, whereas depressed inside he's majorly housed. No wonder he's depressed. And really what Blue should do here, I don't know what he's going to end up planning, what his plan is, Pefimoso. He should jump ages, because you're going to have to overspend to push through red. So you might as well just jump ages and tech up and then be able to push like at the end with like fire giants or something. He's aging up with Nord and a Hades is walling up. Like the bad thing here is as Blue trying to be aggressive, like you win this side, but how do you get to this side? So like this is kind of the next important part of the map is the gold here. But say it would be really hard to protect both gold mines on both sides of the map. Look at all these iron jars. 9 of them. 9 giant killing iron jar. With no hero here, you should definitely fight this. Fight. Fight, fight, fight. You're a little bit more scared than you need to be. There you go. I love this one random... No, there's 2. 2 random villagers in here taking part in this. One thing that's kind of fun, we see some trees, is like, obviously we can tell that this isn't top of the line gameplay, but like in a way though, when you see like the mediocre kind of players, they kind of play the game like the way it's kind of meant to be, like this myth unit spam and such. Like you wouldn't really normally see this among high level players. Just they're working at trying to be as efficient as possible. There's the undermine. So it's kind of cool to see all this nonsense here. I like it. What Blue should have done is wall this off. Wall. He actually, with the way the tree line is, only needs to wall here. Because he's just gonna have a hard time pushing through all of this. Look at all the resources he's floating to. He needs to age up. Is he making a market? He is. Yeah, like now there's a few heroes out, and there's restoration. Got the trees. See, I think though, Pefimosa, what's he using is, see, he's still auto queuing Iron Jar. He should have stopped this so that he could get a lot of fire giants. Oh, that would be a lot better. Now we see the third hero come out. A lot of pressure there for nothing really. But actually he fell behind with that fight. And now we see the villagers coming forward where, that was just a rough fight to take. That's kind of why I said Pefimoso being up 4-2 town centers should really just like stay back and tech up. Because there's not a whole lot to gain at this point fighting here. Because you're not going to control both sides of the map. And there is the Nidhogg come flying in. The Nidhogg when I was a kid I thought was like one of the coolest units like in the game. We see him roasting the villagers. Actually, he's roasting Chiron, I think. But that'll get all these villagers idle for a while. Is he buffed on the extended edition? I feel like he's doing a decent amount of damage here. Just not on the hero though. Oh, you see, don't do this. There we go. Yeah, roast the vills. Now come up here. Yeah, I think the Nidhogg is like super buffed on extended edition. I think he's got more hit points and more attack. 2,500 hit points. That's a lot. Still auto queuing Iron Jar. Just kind of gotta remember. That's kind of the bad thing about using auto queue is if you don't stay on top of it, you're gonna end up with stuff like this where you want fire giants, but you're still auto queuing Iron Jar. Yes, this is land unknown. But yeah, should have walled this off. Blue should have. Be a little bit easier for him. Oh yeah, here comes the fire giant and Grimir stone arm behind. No, this water ring isn't super common. Kind of unique actually to see this. A lot of times Land Unknown is just like Land Unknown tends to get a lot of tree heavy land maps where like there's just trees everywhere. But if this Nidhogg, this Nidhogg unfortunately is kind of being flown to his doom a little bit. What's up, Pessimoso? You got all of this population space, but doesn't have the villagers or the economy to keep it. Definitely should have an auto-queued trade route. Definitely should be making more villagers. I think he's just making villagers from one town center. Yeah, looks like it. Just this one. So he has all these town centers, but it really doesn't matter. Like him and Depressed inside are essentially at the same spot right now because Depressed actually has 140 pop And Pessimoso is just over 140 right now. Interesting to go. Pefim also had a bit of a dilemma here. Do you go up with Earthquake or do you go up with Hephaestus? I almost think that Earthquake would have been better for him because he doesn't really need the economy. He needs a way to break out of this trap that he's in. And Earthquake would have. Always get Masons. Masons is a huge upgrade. Um, it protects, it gives you more hack armor, which is very important against units. And here comes the Colossus, but he's almost dead. Like, it's got a point where he kills the town center, maybe? Maybe not even. Oh, it's gonna be close. One more hit would have killed it. I mean, I don't think he would have kept it down, but one more hit would have killed it. You know, if those units that Red had in here, if he would have just kept attacking the town center instead of running away, he would have killed the town center. So that's kind of an oopsie. Now Depressed Inside kind of lost everything with that. Now it's kind of like he needs the economy. That's only because he's so badly mismanaging what he does have. Let's fast forward a little bit here. How is Pefimoso looking? See, now he's at 180 pop. He's got a lot of ballista here that I think he used to clear out the ships, so that's a good idea. But now he's got him stuck here. Now, one thing I noticed that he did, he made a transport ship. Norse longboats can garrison units. Shouldn't have made a transport ship. Just hop them on your longboat. Pop them over. They can hold 5. Kind of I think a fact that a lot of people don't know is that you can jump on longboats. Few too many boats, delete those. And he's getting equal upgrades. Yeah, at this point, I think blue is solidified enough to where what's red gonna do, you know? Blue has a lot of wasted pop. He needs to kind of fix it. Also get siege. Greatest siege. Doesn't have any upgrades. He's making mountain giants too. Forget the fire giants. And what in the world is killing these units so fast? Just fire mountain giants are kind of going quick. Man. Here's some tower spam. I like it. Just kind of. Oh man, even the hometown center is in water range. That sucks. Use the water to your advantage, but water very important on this map. And that's it. GG. So he wants tips. Does blue? I think really just the main thing is when you attack on heroic age here, you kind of got to think about what Voight likes this word. What's your win condition? Um, and so if like attacking isn't really building towards that win condition, you probably shouldn't attack. And that's the case here. This attack that came through in early heroic age, it wasn't going to accomplish anything. So in that case, it's kind of right. Why attack? Sit back, tech up. Maybe take control of the water because you can use that later on to get to town center. Instead, he kind of put a ton of resources into that push to where if Red would have played, he had the brief scored lead, but if he would have played a little better, a little smarter, he could have won. Get this town center down, do an earthquake. I don't know why he went up Aphrodite. He should be Underworld. If you got yourself in the back foot and kind of put in a corner, Underworld's good. Let's go to the next game. There's one more, which I'll be able to help a little bit more. Land Unknown Loki versus Ra. Well, let's take a look at the stats here real quick. Who doesn't like stats? Good economy. Way up in score. Really good kill death ratio. Um, the Ukrainian, hello! Long time no see. You get to see the new camera angle. Brand new tonight. It'll probably move back up there soon, but Loki versus Rod Land Unknown. I like that this Peffy Moso likes to use Plan Land Unknown. Ooh, this is juicy. How can you argue with a map that starts you with 2 elephants in your base? That's nice. The raw player here. Oh, you can't see it. You gotta do a little scouting with your Pharaoh here. You have to as the raw. You can't do this. Gotta scout with your Pharaoh. And sooner than what he did. He's gonna find him. Maybe. Oh, they're like so close but so far. Drath Sid, hello. There he goes. Now he finds him. I feel like this is a lot of wood being gathered before he's going to food. Yeah. See, now he's got a lot of idle town center time there. Didn't really need to. He could have actually not had idle town center time. And that's just small stuff to look at. Dark Ghost. Double S double T is followed. We'll be playing games soon. Just looking at some recorded games. So here, this is where, as the Loki, you do want to age up pretty quickly. 430 to 445, because what you want to do, even though you're not going to finish off the Ra early on, you want to push the Ra into his base. And you also want to slow down the town center grab, because that's what the Ra is likely going to do, is try to go do 2 town center Ta, because that is the strongest for Ra, is 2 town center Ta. Without being harassed. That's the best and easiest and simplest way to win is Ra. So what you want to do against the Ra is harass that 2 town center, maybe force them to a 1 town center, which that'd be tough, but at least get them to use shifting sands to defend their town center grab and slow it down. If you can kill the Pharaoh, that's pretty big. Even though he comes back. Oh, it looks like he was trying to go forward here. This is a little bit of hard luck for Pefimoso, because a normal Ra player won't be scouting like this anymore. This is actually super inefficient as the Ra. There's no reason to be scouting at this point, unless you are going aggressive with the Pharaoh, which he's really not. So he kind of stumbled his way into actually pretty useful Pharaoh scouting by finding the temple. So kind of bad luck for Pefimoso. Really questionable granary placement, but that's okay. Did get hunting dogs. Nate Tomlins, hello. So because of that pressure on the temple, that did result in a slow age up. I'm not a fan of Heimdall here. No, I don't think they are. The 2 on gold is pretty standard. Actually, he's just now building his Manya. That's pretty bad. And now he's only got 3 on gold. No, I think they're doing whatever the heck they want. Um, but anyway, the reason I'm not a fan of Heimdall is the chances of you being able to use that to push the Ra off of his starting gold mine it's pretty tough. Like even on a map like this, these towers actually really aren't even protecting the gold. So you almost don't really need to kill it. Like you can attack here, um, and not even worry about these towers. Pessimoso is building a second, or not Pefimoso, this VR Tatubola, grabbing a second monument here. But like normally a good Ra player, I don't know what a good Rod player would have advanced by like 450 and be building this town center right away. So the Ra here, you can kind of tell, doesn't quite have the build down. Building an armory first before a town center. And a barracks. Kind of worried about the rush. A lot of goats. 10 goats. The Loki here, I think your best plan is a healing spring. It would be Forseti into flaming weapons, and you do a big timing push on the gold. Undermine for the Migdol is strong. I agree, but I think you get more value out of having Herstier that can dodge arrow fire. Um, really, with a flaming weapons push, you should be able to kill the Migdol anyway. Undermine kind of guarantees it, I guess, but then you are really trading in a lot of unit usefulness. Like Hersier without Hall of Thanes, oof, they just aren't the same. Just not the same. So essentially, then, with the way the Ra is playing, actually making barracks units, this little army push here, isn't really gonna do anything. Pefimoso instead should be looking at a pretty solid heroic age time. Like, I don't know exactly, but maybe a 930 heroic. And then securing the gold mine. So almost what he should do is wall this off. And probably this too. That way he can make sure, this isn't a free gold mine to go to. And then the focus becomes this gold mine here. And so the Loki wins not by pressuring the base. The Loki wins by blocking the gold mine. What the Loki should also be doing is just running harassment on the villagers here, because you could actually do some damage even with this barracks army. You could do some damage, run in, pester some villagers, run out, run in, run out, run in, run out. And again, your goal really isn't to stop the gold mining; it's just make it inefficient. You jump on the gold, make the villagers go idle, maybe kill one if you're lucky, but make him go idle. That's the main thing. And he looks like he's grabbing this town center now. Which really shouldn't bother Blue. In fact, you're almost happy at this point, because this is 400 resources, 400 gold, being spent on not a Migdol or an army, to where, I mean, we're at 1,000 gold left, so that's not a lot of gold left for our red player. And Blue's about to age up. So a decent age up time, about 1040. It's about maybe a minute slow, because he made a lot of units that really aren't doing anything. Oh yeah, but at this point, taking this town center is very questionable. Um, if Pefimoso plays this correctly, he should gold block. There's no point in taking this fight here. It looks like he might, because he's gonna get hammered if he tries to fight this. Doesn't look like he is. Oh, not a good use of flaming weapons here. Um, and that almost seals the deal, because without flaming weapons on the Migdol and the gold mine, I don't know if Blue will be able to keep it down. And like now he's kind of forced to fight under all these buildings because he used flaming weapons. And what he's it's not worth it all. I mean, he's forcing a random watchtower to guard 200 gold left. But yes, the entire army dies under this. Um, and yeah, that's a huge problem. Nice though that Red kind of helpfully came out to get attacked here. But see, look at all of this. This is where Blue's army needs to be. Like even now, he could still salvage this by coming to this gold mine here. He knows it's there. About what rank are these guys? I'm not sure. This is extended edition. It doesn't show me the rankings, so I don't know. I don't know. So like the issue here for Mr. Pefimoso is just that he really misread how to win this game. He saw the army out and like, ooh, maybe I can kill the army. But that's not the prize. The prize is the gold block. So you don't use the flaming weapons until you're getting ready to block the gold. Now he's coming over here because, I mean, he has no idea what's going on. I don't really know why he would be checking this. Like, he's completely ignoring the gold mine. And this is the most important spot on the map. So, essentially, Pefimoso is ignoring the number one spot on the map. Just flat out not checking it. And again, he could have avoided that by, he could put walls up here so that he would know if Red ever tried to come up here. So he had to check this because he has no idea. But there's a way to know, and that's just putting a wall up early. And I mean, if he never destroys the wall, he's never over there. Red running away. And he has rain left. I mean, really, with a bunch of myth units, Pefimoso can still take this, but his army is all... He's got half of it here for an unknown reason. And now he's actually getting raided. Again, just a wall. And now he's losing units, and it's kind of becoming disaster. Calamity of calamities for Mr. Blue, who has now lost villagers, lost his army, taken a random town center. That doesn't help him at all. And yeah, it's not looking good. And really at this point, I mean, it's not the micro that's going to matter. It's not really the macro that's going to matter. It's just the wrong gameplay, the wrong decision making in the game. And really, even for the top players, maybe even more so because they're better, decision making is big for the top players. Decision making is what determines most games. Top players would like to blame it on balance or map or whatever, but from watching recorded games, it's just bad play, bad decisions, or getting outplayed. You can look at it that way. You know, playing worse than the other person. Is what determines games. So he's grabbed this town center. I think it's maybe to protect this gold mine. But again, a wall does the same thing. Well, BR Tatubola here is working real hard at staying in classical age for as long as humanly possible. Now here comes the rain and the resources just come flowing in, and now all of a sudden he's got all sorts of resources, but didn't have his armory, so he couldn't age up. Now he's got his armory. I like the Wadgets. Wadgets are cool. But yeah, Blue's window of opportunity is open and shut a long time ago. Maybe he could still salvage things, but I mean, we got all this. I guess he's got this spot secure. Now he's fighting right here. Actually, the Huskarls will really clean this up. Huskarls are... Oh, why did he turn? He should have kept fighting. He would have won that fight. Huskarls are really strong unit against the Egyptian. Oh, he just shifted his army up to here. I like that shift, actually. Right under the economy. That's a lot of dead villagers. Smart thinking. I like it. Oh man, he might kill this town center. Which makes this a really good shift. Because Blue didn't react. Instead, he's attacking like the most useless part of the map. Like, what does this accomplish? It doesn't, it did nothing. There's no reason for it. There's just no reason. And he's losing his town center to his scarab. He's gonna lose it. And he's got this nice army. I mean, nice looking army, but just attacking the wrong spot. A lot of Huskarls. Did he get the slinger upgrade? No. Nope, no slinger upgrades. I don't think Red's gonna throw. Red would have to throw very hard. He's grabbing this town center. And again, Blue has an army. It's just in the wrongest of wrong spots. Here. And now Red is up. Tornado. Yeah, he uses it. Where? Oh, here. That, man. The low hit point Norse buildings here just. Whew. Yeah. So really, all it came down to here is just the misuse of flaming weapons and the misreading of how to win. Um, how to win was just sitting on this gold mine. If Blue would have sat on this gold mine and cast flaming weapons, he would have won. Instead, Blue cast flaming weapons to try to kill Red's army that was out of position. Really wasn't close to killing it anyway, and then fought underneath town center and tower fire and lost his army. So yeah, and when you look at this, it's really not the play. You know, it's not like Blue did a bad build and that cost him. It's not like he had a bad micro and that cost him. It's really just misread the game, um, misread the win condition. Um, and that's really about it. Nice haircut. Thank you. Actually, you should tell my wife that. She's the one she is my hairdresser. Hairdresser with benefits. Killed some villies, then killed more villies. And yeah, see, like even with all this, in a good spot for economy Blue is. Just Need to block that gold mine. Eggy can't throw. If they get the lead, it's GG. I mean, it's kind of like that for most civs, really. But anyway, I told this Peppy Musso that I would look at his recorded games, and I did. I like the unknown, fun maps. Um, and yeah. Thank you, Raptor. All right, let's see. Let's see what's happening. Play some games here. I have a very depressing message from someone. I don't know if I want to read this. What do I feel about the Slinger upgrade? I know it's better on the extended edition. I don't know how much better it is. Um, the problem with the Slinger upgrade is when you have a unit that does 2 damage to infantry and it gets a 50% upgrade, or however much it is. Now they're doing 2.5. Shrug. It's a shoulder shrug, yeah. Oh well. Yeah, you big deal. Um, it makes them kill like throwing axemen a lot faster. Um, I generally get, if I'm doing Egyptian classical fight into Sekhmet, I generally get it anyway. Um, but it's not very good. Uh, like it helps you kill throwing axemen faster, but Slinger kind of already killed throwing axemen pretty fast, so it's not super game changing. Um, but here's a guy, Chimera, something. Same a message that he loses a lot. And he's 1400. Can't seem to play well no matter what he does. And he wants to know, what does he do? He reads forums, he's memorized build orders, watched videos of Boit, but still loses. I think at that point, if you're trying really hard and you're not getting anywhere, it's almost like you just gotta find a way to not care as much or try something else. I think I'm being. No one would ever troll me, Sigma. But geez, I'm in this game room and now everybody left. That's stupid. Um, I mean, Sigma, there could be a guy that does want to be good but just can't do it. But I mean, that's kind of my advice then, is if you can't do it, you just gotta let it go. You there's that saying, if at first you don't succeed, try again. I mean, it's not exactly true because if I'm playing Michael Jordan in one-on-one, if at first I don't exceed, try again. I hate to say this, but no matter how hard I try, unless I like trip Michael Jordan up and injure him to the point he can't play, I'm not beating him. Um, I just like if you're 1500 and you're trying as hard as you can and you're watching everything and it's just not clicking, I just don't know if it ever would. Um, yeah, I just don't think it's gonna happen. And I don't want to be, a Debbie Downer, but not everybody can do everything. And then at some point, you just have to accept the fact that you're just not gonna get it. You know, I'm bad at basketball. I can try and get a little better, but if I'm going to the Y thinking I'm gonna all of a sudden be the star guy in the 3-on-3 pickup or the 5-on-5 pickup, you got something else coming. Whoa, we got Wiz and Ryfang here. So that's what I think I'm gonna tell the guy. Old boys, hey, somebody get in this game room. We need one more. But yeah, I mean, if something's just not clicking and you're trying as hard as you can, I think you just gotta let it go. I mean, in this grand world that we live in, there's oh so many different things to do, and if you're trying something and it's just not for you, try something else. I mean, there's so many things to do in life. How good is this other guy here? He's not very good. I'm in the team chat. Do I have it set up right? Yeah, I think it's just you gotta be okay with who you are. I mean, you're not gonna be the best at everything, and so you might not even be good at something, and that's fine. It's just you as a person just have to learn to gotta let it go. If you can't do something, yeah, it's all right, you know. Not the end of the world. I'm looking at my settings here, and I'm not getting it right. Okay, there it is. Be the best at spamming RTS Sanctuary. I don't know. There's a little competition there. Yeah, I think you're right, Dragon AOM, is that if you are trying as hard as you can and really like you are watching recorded games, watching videos, and you're not improving at all, it probably is some sort of like mental block, or could be like some sort of disability that just prevents it. Which that's again that's fine. That's something that's gonna be a stumbling block. And in that case, yeah, you probably would need somebody that would just be able to specialize in strictly helping you out. But still, you might not ever be able to overcome that. Um, I mean, if that's part of you, essentially, what has to happen then is you got to change part of who you are in order to improve, and that can be tough. Um, what god are we looking at here? Screen monitor? Oh, we're gonna random it up. You know what? Screw my buddies. Cuddy wants ISIS. Okay. What god do I have the least fun playing? You know who really entertains me? Is True Loke. That dude cracks me up. What was the hotkey to turn off screen monitor? I don't know. Sorry. And then his next comment is, I'm sure how to make games get started. Click red button. Oh, what god do I have the least fun playing? It's probably ISIS.
Yo, can you hear me?
I can. Man, we might be on enemy
Yeah.
lines here.
I didn't want to.
Oh,
Oh
we double
no.
ISIS.
Oh,
Oh,
this
shoot, we
this is gonna be
lost.
boring. Or actually, double AE could be interesting.
Oh, man. I was just saying, somebody asked in chat, what god do I find the least, like, fun to play? I think it's ISIS.
I was an ISIS main mainly back in the day, but nowadays it's just it relied heavily on AE to kind of. It's so crappy early. It relied on AE to essentially punish and do enough damage to catch you back up into the game, and nowadays it doesn't really punish because they've nerfed it so much that ISIS doesn't really have much going for it besides AE, so it's kind of crappy, especially on EE where the early classic harass from something like Greek, especially now that their heroes can heal, is just brutal.
I think on the patch, I'd have to look to be sure. On Voobly patch, I think Ancestors Eclipse is back to what it used to be. Oh,
It's not nerfed at all?
I don't think so.
I have a feeling it's got to be at least nerfed somewhat.
True Loke's stealing a goat.
It did so much damage back in the day.
I'm gonna have some massive idle villager or idle town center time.
But yeah, shift is just so important, especially in the Greek matchup.
Shifting sands, you mean?
ISIS not, yeah, ISIS not having it is a
Haha,
big issue.
sucker. Got my goat back. I think my problem with ISIS is that ISIS just doesn't really have much that's fun in her kit.
The unique bonuses are
Right,
blocking opponents' god powers and a
right,
few more units if you get to late game.
right. It's not like Isis has a bonus that's like super fun to use. Like your economy techs are 10% cheaper. Like, does that really make you fall off your chair with excitement? Like, oh man, a pickaxe only costs 108 wood. So yeah, it's just so boring because what are you gonna do with Isis? Yeah, you get more population. That's not really like something fun. You block enemy god powers again. It's almost that even further bores the game. Now they can't use god powers against you. And then prosperity is like, oh, wait, woohoo, my god, 1,000 gold instead of, it's just Isis doesn't have a fun kit. I would say about the only fun thing you can do with Isis is Anubite raid. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Man, is this just a one hunting pack? Ghost Lake? Oh, here's a question for you, Rafang. Did you start with any boar?
I have not found any yet. Oh, there is one. I found one just now.
Oh wow, so this is the low hunt. Ghost Lake here.
Let's see if it's one boar or more than one. Only seeing one so far.
Alright. I haven't even found mine. That's stupid.
In which you refer?
Is decent back gold though, so I probably will go 2 TC.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'll do some. Ooh, the Eye of Horus. So not only do I have the whack him. Oh, look at this here. What's he doing?
Boar, by the way. He's going for your boar. You're gonna let him steal your boar like that?
He's going for the berries.
Go Vilfight him.
Actually, you know what? I probably should, because that's where.
I'd say you want fun Isis gameplay.
Here we go!
Pre-classic Vilfights.
He's gonna bolt my He's gonna bolt my Pharaoh. I already know that. Oh, he's just gonna run? What a coward! Get out of here.
Watch out for Wiz, he's Kronos and can shift.
I don't really care. Ah, shoot.
Ice Sphinx is coming.
Oh, yeah. Can you... Hey, get out of here! You talk about boring games. Oh, let's get my Pharaoh in on this party. Get on his Villies.
My Sphinx's pathings.
Inito.
Oh, I suck at this game. Watch your. Yeah, you can get maybe. No, never mind. Is Odysseus. Oh, I love it. I guess I could have used my Anubite at some point during all that. Why does my town center keep going idle? I'm surprised he didn't go to that gold mine. Oh shoot, did somebody get that relic down there? No, they didn't. It's right here. And you know how I talk about not wasting. Oh, just heal the guy up already.
You got the relic you gotta bring back.
Oh yeah. It'll help me not get housed too. Let's make all of my. I have 2,000 gold now. Oh! I'm actually not sure if this is gonna work out for him. But we'll find.
I'm just gonna jump mythic with Son of Osiris. Just just fall back. I've got AE and like another. Actually, I can probably AE to save you if you want it.
Nah, it's fine.
About 10 sec. Oh no, TC's going down. I'm just gonna jump straight mythic.
Ah!
But I go elephants.
Oh yeah, go
Let's
elephants.
go elephants. I got a decent food eco.
What
This'll
the
be fun.
heck is going on with this? We have a back gold? We do. Why do I have this many,
I'm gonna go to moist side, I think.
Okay. Alright. What's going on up here?
It looks like they're just fighting around. Nothing too interesting.
Just get siege and then attack the forward town center.
Aren't elephant siege?
Yeah. But just make sure like you build to a point where you can get siege quickly. You know, that's a good relic, Nose of the Sphinx. Let's go get it. Probably could have held this town center if I would have been a little bit smarter about it.
Wait, which relic are you talking about?
The one in front of my base, that's the Nose of the Sphinx.
There are 2 tower relics as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab that town center. Or maybe I won't. Maybe I'll grab the back one. Let's empower this. You better do something quick. Because they're coming for me.
I've got AE still if you need it.
Oh, Wiz isn't really paying attention here?
Voice is gonna be in trouble now.
I don't know where 2 went with his army. Oh, Wiz is going to
Blue's
you.
gonna be dead in a second here.
Blue is? Oh, teal is coming up to you too.
Oh no, Teal's got Myrmidon.
Get your act, get your throat, or your well, you know, whatever it is.
We got Wiz and Teal here. So
Okay.
you might want to push out.
Yep. Yeah, I will.
Keep vision on this TC. Don't let them get it. They're having to go across the map.
Good thinking.
He need to be here.
Ah! A little too late.
How is Wiz on both sides?
Rig.
He isn't really on my side anymore.
He need to UI air. Rig up air. UI up.
Oh crap.
Rig.
There it is!
Rig. EU refer.
Oh great, they got a lot of heroes here.
In which up aya iya to. In which rig up. He need to. In which aya iya to. Rig aya iya to. Rig UI air. Rig UI air.
Oh, come on.
Rig. 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 UI air. He need to. In which iya to rig. In rig iya to rig. Iya to it. Rig. UI air. He need to. Rig up. Tayo. Up.
How you guys doing up there?
Pretty good. We just gotta push again. I've got Meteor if you need it.
Nah.
Because I feel like we're gonna be a slow push.
Rig.
I'm alright.
Maya.
I don't really have anything down here anymore. Are they both up there?
Wiz just shifted onto my TC. But I don't know what he played. Oh, he's got a Higgins. Not good. Heroes.
How'd I age up, huh?
Where did we shift now?
Oh, shoot,
onto
I
my
don't know.
TC again.
Ah, shoot, that's why.
Why Wiz is wasting his shifts like that, but he is.
Rayo, in which ia tawid,
You want Meteor?
Nah, I got it if I need it.
It'll kill a TC. Get him down on pop sooner.
Alright, sure. Maybe. Jeez, just one more shot on it. Ah, jeez, 100 something pop. The problem is all those stupid trees that were there. Hey, we win anyway. Woohoo! See, the problem there with the meteor is that it senses the trees as a valid target. So
Did it
it.
at least kill the TC?
Nope, nope, left to the 100 hit points.
Oh, what a useless god power.
So what it ends up doing is it targets all these trees because it's reading the trees as a valid target. And so blammo, 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 all the trees down, but not the town center.
Red had a really good eco. Kept up with me. I think he just went boomed because he was against the wrong.
Yeah, I think they should have kept attacking me.
Oh, he's Gaia too. That helps.
When in doubt, do a base trade.
Map was super low gold as well. I guess people had trade out.
Yeah. I almost always, I think it's almost always better in every situation is rather than go across the map to defend, is base trade. Wiz and True Loke should have just attacked me. The problem is for True Loke is even though he has this new market, because the old one still exists, if these junkies ever did try to trade, they would go to the other market. But yeah, Forest Fire and Meteor, basically the same thing.
Are you staying up late because you don't have work all weekend?
What time is it? 10:17. Ooh, I got maybe one, maybe two games in. Maybe two.
It's the holiday weekend.
That doesn't. Holiday schmoliday. I had the worst economy. Well, you know, at least that was a fun game. It wasn't fun because of ISIS. I feel like it's been a minute since I've played. Like Poseidon or Hades. Hades is also kind of boring. I think the least fun gods, Isis and Hades.
Hades, yeah, you can't really pressure with Hades unless it's a 1 versus 1 and you pressure and then use Resto, but in team games, your mobility would just get you killed. So you kind of have to boom and use Underworld.
Let's do Thor. Yeah, should push me. That is correct. Should have attacked me. I would have died. This guy entertains the daylights out of me. Uh-oh! Hope you enjoyed your winning ways.
Getting all the boring gods today.
Oh, yeah. Please, just give me one more favor.
Tilbúin.
Great. What do I make a villager for wood? Alright, I can't really talk about my strategy because Ryfane's gonna cheat. His ears are wide open. So I'm gonna do oh, you're up against me too. I'm gonna do fast mythic 20 villager rag into Titan. Into Wonder.
That's the way I could embarrass JJ the most.
Impossible. Thirsty Thursday. Yeah.
Thinking of what kind of creative Cyclops play I could use, and then I remember just how slow and useless they are.
That's another one of those things. 1v1 you can make Cyclops work. 3v3 you can't. The map's just too big.
Even in 1 versus 1, you almost never see it because it's just so expensive to even get out to begin with.
That it
I guess
is.
you can exploit it against Norris if you go heavy talks and they can't you snipe the heroes. But even then, it's just so slow. They could like fast heroic and just freeze it and then win.
Oh, we got True Loki on my team this time. Oh, yeah.
Skipan.
Tilbúin.
Come on, I want to be able to build a temple.
Skipan.
Come on. Oh, what do you guys think of the new camera angle, too, by the way? Is this my good side?
Tilbúin.
Tilbúin. Hver er þar? Já. Satt. Ég vil. Veiðimaður. Já. Ég vil. Veiðimaður. Skipan. Samþykkt.
Nope.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Oh,
Hver
you
er þar?
try that again, lady.
Hver er þar? Satt. Veiðimaður.
The pigs are coming over here, too.
Hver er það? Veiðimaður.
Oh, I see your scout.
Skip ég vil. Skip ég vil. Tilbúin.
Toreador, please be on your guard. I am about to destroy the opposition.
Tilbúin.
Skip satt. Hver þar?
Já.
Hver þar? Já. Satt. Tilbúin. Já, ég vil.
About to have no wood for what I would like to do.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Ég samþykkt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin, ég vil. Skipan.
What are these relics on here?
Skipan, já. Samþykkt.
Nothing that really gets me too excited.
Já, já, já.
Tilbúin, samþykkt.
Hey!
Skipan vil. Ég vil. Já. Já, já. Hver þar? Já. Já, já. Hver þar? Skipan.
Já, ég vil. A truss.
Skipan. Já, veivar.
Já. Shaketh from. Tilbúin, shaketh.
Get her, get her, get her, get her, get her, get her, get her! One hit point! Oh, suck it.
Já, satt. Tilbúin. Ég vil grjótsveinn. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin, borsveinn.
Tilbúin.
Hver þar?
And you got the,
Hver þar?
the relic.
Samþykkt, já.
Skip ég vil.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin, ég vil. Tilbúin.
Hver samþykkt?
Oh, run.
Já, já, samþykkt. Já, samþykkt. Samþykkt. Skipan. Til orrustuslag. Samþykkt. Til orrustuslag.
Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Hver þar? Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Til orrustuslag. Ég vil.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
Já, timbursveit.
Oh, you go clowns.
Já, veiðimaður. Tilbúin. Já, veiðimaður. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já.
Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Já.
Ah!
Skipan. Til orrustuslag. Samþykkt. Til orrustuslag. Skipan. Já, já. Skipan. Til satt. Skipan.
Skipan. Shaketh.
Skipan.
Samþykkt.
Hver það? Skipan. Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
Já. Vil. Veiðimaður.
Já. Skipan. 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 Hver það? Já. Rás. Skipan.
What? Jeez, one Sphinx. This guy's pinging like a crazy guy.
Are you distracted by something?
Me? No, no. I just...
Losing a lot of units just for...
That was just two.
Já. Ég vil. Skip. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Já. Sækið tilbúin.
Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Sækið skipan. 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 Skipan.
I forget she's got...
Sækið fram. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Til orrustuslag. Skipan. Til orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Orrustuslag.
Oh.
that minnow died! Are you kidding me?
Tilbúin. Orrustuslag. Orrustuslag. Tilbúin. Skipan. Skipan. Já. Já.
What's blue down here? Oh,
Yeah.
crap.
Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Satt.
Hver er það? Til satt. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Hver er þar? Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Timbursveit. Já. Já. Já.
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
Safety's no accident.
Veiðimaður. Já. Já, samþykkt. Skipan.
Já.
Já, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Skil orustuslag.
Oh man, I didn't see that.
Skipan. Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt.
Ah, shoot.
Ég vil. Skipan. Tilbúin maður. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já.
Run.
Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Tilbúin.
You are in a rough spot.
Ah, jeez. I got it easy.
Til orustuslag.
Oh, and he's about to get housed like he does every game.
Who's that?
Reason this time.
Nope, not that way. Dang it. Nah, I keep losing units. There's no way I'm getting a house.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Skipan. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan. Samþykkt. Skipan. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Sampan.
Tilbúin. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Skipan. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Tilbúin.
Crap, 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 crap.
Skipan. Skipan. Til orustuslag. Skipan. Hver er það? Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Já, samþykkt.
Hver er það? Skipan. Til orustuslag. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
Já.
Skipan. Já. Já. Atrás. Já. Ég vil.
Skipan, átrás.
Já. Atrás. Skipan. Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. 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 Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt.
Dude, if Lou was actually doing something.
Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil.
Já.
Orustuslag. Skipan. Samþykkt. Skipan. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Skipan. Já. Ég vil.
Hver er það? Átrás.
Uh-oh. Feel like True Loki.
He's busy booming.
You didn't even bolt a siege tower. Ozone. True Loki is doing nothing.
Actually played this pretty well. Not a lot of idols.
Now this is all he's got after all this is 8.
Oh,
How does he have nothing? He's got 5, 6, 7 Toxotes.
Hver er það? Ég vil. Samþykkt. Timbursveit.
how are you still making units? Is what I'm wondering.
Skipan. Samþykkt. Skipan, átrás.
Tilbúin. Sækið fram. Tilbúin. Skip samþykkt. Já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
He's got nothing. This is his army at 13 minutes into the game.
samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbúin til orrustuslag. Tilbúin til orrustuslag.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, samþykkt.
Tilbúin að ráð.
Já, ég vil. Timbursveitir.
Problem is the chariot archers destroy everything that he's got.
Já, sækið fram.
Skipan. Já. Hvað það? Ég vil. Timbursveit. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já, ég vil.
Tilbúin.
You have literally one bill left. Is that the
No, I got like 30.
Já, ég
Já,
vil.
ég vil.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já.
They can't even send me gold.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
There we go.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Hver það? Samþykkt.
Oh,
Ég
man.
vil. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Hver það? Já, veiðimaður.
Oh, jeez. Druid better have like a magical underworld coming up pretty soon here. I don't understand how it took him that long to 3 town center.
Tilbúin. Skipan.
You'd better have like a magical underworld coming like quick.
Veiðimaður.
Já, sækið orrustuslag. Skip. Sækið fram. Tilbúin til orrustuslag. Já, samþykkt.
Prepare this house. Woof.
really?
Good thing you don't have a bolt right now.
Oh, I'm checking like Eddie for Eddie. I went Apollo. I almost had a curse.
Skipan.
Oh, you would have built it literally 2 seconds before I could have cursed you had I gone curse,
Já,
of course.
ég vil.
But
Já, að ráð. Skipan. Til orrustuslag. Já.
Skipan. Hver þar? Satt. Veiðimaður.
Where is he going? He's got to stay here. What the heck?
Skipan. Já, ég vil. Að ráð.
Skipan. Veiðimaður.
What's he doing?
Tilbúin. Já, ég vil.
Oh, crap.
Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Skipan. Já.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Veiðimaður.
Já. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Veiðimaður.
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil.
Oh, shoot.
Skipan. Satt.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Já. Ég vil. Veiðimaður. Hver þar?
Já. Samþykkt.
Hver þar?
Skipan. Samþykkt.
Skipan.
Tilbúin. Skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Skipan. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Fram. Skipan. Ég vil.
Skipan.
Samþykkt.
Já,
Já. Já.
skipan. Samþykkt, veiðimaður.
Tilbúin.
What's this? Buddies.
Hver er
Forgotten
það?
that exists.
Veiðimaður.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Veiðimaður.
Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Sækið fram. Skipan.
Hver er þar? Veiðimaður.
Really? Are we losing this? There's a siege.
I think Trulo could potentially carry.
Skipan. Grjótsveit.
Skipan.
I don't think they're ever going to give me resources. You don't have to worry about me coming back anytime this game. I don't have any place to use this forest fire, though.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
Skipan. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Skipan. Sækið fram. Skipan. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Orustuslag.
There's nothing I can forest fire.
Skipan. Til orustuslag. Tilbúin. Til orustuslag.
What's all this? Cyrus. But Trulo needs to repair his town center here.
Tilbúin.
Ooh, Grassing Groom's gonna get his Osiris.
Já. Ég vil.
We're okay, just let his, what do you call it, die for nothing, the underworld.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't repair it.
Já. Ég vil. Sækið fram. Sækið fram.
Tilbúin. Veiðimaður.
I need to find the best forest fire. I know, I'm just waiting for it, but there's no place right now.
Já. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Skipan. Ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Atrás. Já. Já. Skipan. Samþykkt. Ég
Ah,
vil.
shoot.
Ég
The
vil.
throwing axe men are about all ready to die. Oh, he finally saw that. That was a good distraction, but now you guys can pop right back into that underworld.
Tilbúin. Já. Já.
Skipan.
Tilbúin.
Yeah, Wiz is kind of stuck. Eat the gold mine.
Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Satt. Já. Veiðimaður. Veiðimaður. Veiðimaður.
Já. Já. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Ooh, he's just now.
Já. Já.
Skipan. Hver er það? Samþykkt. Satt.
And
Skipan. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Já.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
how does he have all these resources? You're not giving me any.
Ég vil.
Já. Tilbúin. Hver er það? Samþykkt. Já. Veiðimaður. Já.
Clearing out every single animal that's left on this map for hunt.
Hver er það? Ég vil.
Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Já, samþykkt.
Oh shoot.
Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Orðstu slag.
Oh dang it, I don't even have a temple.
Skipa. Já, ég vil. Já. Já, samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Orðstu slag.
I don't know if that gives him a push power potential though.
Hver er það? Tilbúin. Já, já. Samþykkt. Skipa. Ég vil. Skipa. Ég vil. Skipa. Samþykkt. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt.
Ég vil. Samþykkt sveit.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Til orðstu slag. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Skip. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Sækið fram. Samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég vil. Hvað er það? Timbursveit. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
I don't think Wiz can hold his side.
Já. Til orðstu slag. Já. Atrás.
Oh, it'd be nice and let you get that up.
Sækið fram.
Yeah.
Sækið fram.
In the meantime, I'll just go roast some bills instead.
Hver er það?
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
I don't have a whole lot around.
Já, grjótsveit.
Já, já, sækið fram. Sækið orðstu slag. Já, sækið orðstu slag. Tilbúin.
Red let Wiz get his TC back up again.
That's because I frosted.
Já, samþykkt. Sækið fram. Sækið tilbúin.
Skipan samt. Skipan samþykkt. Tilbúin.
Ah shoot.
Atrás. Til orðstu slag.
Já, samþykkt.
Til orðstu slag. Atrás.
Skip. Já.
Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Já, samþykkt. Skipan. Já, ég vil.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Já.
Hey! My boobly
My
just.
game just crashed.
Yeah! I don't lose! Yeah! Yeah! Awesome! I don't lose. I don't lose. Probably can't restore if it all
I had this happen
crashes.
to me last week too.
It only. Man, I was about to forest fire that Osiris too, because he was walking forward into no man's land. Yeah, if it crashed, there's no save. What a shame. I think we were coming back too. Man. I got time for one more. Well, we'll stay up past 11. We will stay up past 11. I think we would lose pretty, you know,
I was
pretty
just
clear.
AFK half that game at like 120 pop out of 180.
Yeah. If Wiz would have won his side, it would have been a more interesting affair. What Wiz needed to do, what it looked like, is he needed just a block trade on the bottom, because Red was trading um, right alongside where Wiz's forward town center was. I'm kind of surprised you never cut the trade route. All right, one more person in here. Sigma, you come in. Yeah, I threw away some units early, but I don't even know if I would have saved all my units if I would have been able to survive.
You took a bad fight or two, but your biggest issue obviously was the fact that Blue was able to clean belt 2 feet outside your base.
Yeah,
Just
usually.
letting the Egyptian get set up that forward in that type of position, it's like almost unstoppable because then he can just use the mid goals to defend any counterattack, and then he can just forward build towers or mid goals until he can get into siege range and chariots just hiding under the towers.
Yeah, and he kind of demolished my economy too. The Locust and Myth units and the Rock. True Hulk, I don't know if he was like cooking dinner for the first half of that game or what. Don't know. How can we only need one more person? Cuddy Danks, get in here. Or Catapulta. Cerebus is just followed.
Oh, did he shift into position? I wasn't even paying attention.
I think he did.
All right, then that makes it more understandable that he was able to get set up like that. He did kind of take his sweet time getting the siege out, though. If he had gotten siege out sooner, I think we could have killed you even quicker.
Yeah,
Especially since our teammate had AE on the bottom, that would have just been GG in 8 minutes instead of 10 if we had had quick siege plus AE.
yeah. I think in that position, um, and you actually see that pretty often where he leaves and comes in and leaves. Where the Ra just always makes the Migdal first is, I think, in a decent number of situations, it's better to build the Siege Workshop first.
Part of our move was he made a bunch of units instead of siege. I don't think it was even the timing of the buildings in that case.
Oh, it's just too,
Like he had a
just
bunch of camels and other
yeah,
crap
yeah,
out,
because
but
that's
he
the
wasn't really doing anything.
yeah, when you're in a position like that, obviously the more important unit there is the siege tower, so you can start pushing. Because what do the units really accomplish at that point? Because you're
Literally
already
nothing.
right. You already have the advantage. You don't need units. You need the siege just to finish off the last the town center. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the in-team game. If you're the pocket raw, I don't think there's an issue with at all with doing a forward shift to build forward base, because otherwise, especially for siege, I mean, if you're building a siege workshop at your forward town center and you're the pocket, I mean, you might as well not, because it's never gonna get there.
That's one of Egyptian's biggest weakness in team games, especially as the pocket, is you kind of have to send vills early if you don't have shift to side build, and because if you're not pressuring, your kind of mobility sucks as the pocket, so you kind of have to find an area to build up and pressure, otherwise you just get out mobilityed by the other civs, especially if the other team
Yeah.
is like Norris.
Yeah, because back in the day when I actually played a raw a ton, that was something I commonly did in team games as the raw. Would I, if I were pocket, as I would shift forward and build a or Migdal workshop, whatever, with the ally on the edge there.
We did that a lot back in the day because the chariot archers, especially in team games where you've got like 2 sets of chariot archers or something attacking, are just so hard to deal with early on.
Yeah, because chariot archers kill most units in most classical age units. About the only one they don't are Hippocon and Terma. Um, Even raiding cavalry they do decent against. So yeah, being able to get those chariot archers on the field right away is just so good. Oh, you're not on my team. I guess we could have gone the same team. Oops.
It's more interesting this way occasionally.
Yeah, Service, if
You can get your revenge.
Poseidon is kind of one of those civs that's kind of hard to get spanked as a Poseidon. Overlay. Oh, sorry. You right. But yeah, Cerberus, if you do wish to donate, you don't have to. There should be a link in Twitch. It's through Streamlabs maybe. It's essentially just like I don't know, I think usually it's PayPal. That's how it works. I have the dumbest villagers. Like legit. My villagers are so stupid. I don't even know what else to say. Alright, we're up against Isis Thoranos. Comes a crowned crane making his way to my town. It's still somebody's crowned crane. And a water buffalo. This game's so stupid. Man, there is not a lot of hunt I'm finding in the middle of the map. Are you finding hunt in the middle of the map?
Really been looking.
Cerberus, were you the one that was sending me messages?
Πάνι. Ορθώς.
Πρόσεχε. Πρόσεχε.
Λέγε. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Could be
Πρόσταγμα.
something
Πάνι.
awesome back
Βούλομαι.
there. Yeah, there's no point building an early hero, because what am I gonna get out of it?
Λέγε.
Hi, Z-Dub with the
Έτοιμη. Βούλομαι.
subscription.
Ναι. Έτοιμη.
Μάλιστα. Ναι, ναι. Έστω.
Appreciate that.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι. Λέγε. Μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμη. Έτοιμη. Ναι. Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος.
Λέγε. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
So I should see who I'm up against. Bum, 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 bum.
Έτοιμη.
Έτοιμη. Έστω. Μεταλλεύς.
Go cram those in there.
Πρόσταγμα.
Oh,
Ναι,
oh,
έστω.
oh.
Θηρευτής.
Λέγε. Πάνι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Oh,
A bit of
there's-
HUD in the middle, but it's kind of like super in the middle.
Ορθώς. Πάνι.
Yeah.
Λέγε.
Well, I'm up against Jin Xiong.
Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Ορθώς. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Θρητόμος.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Έτοιμη. Βούλομαι. Ναι, ναι, μάλιστα. Έτοιμη. Βούλομαι. Βρυτόμος.
Έστω. Έστω.
Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμο. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Πάνι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Certainly for Norse, if you get caught out,
Ορθώς.
as we saw last game,
Πάνι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
you can
Ορθώς.
really be doomed.
Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Έστω. Μάχη.
Ah, shoot, I knew I'd forget to build a house.
Βρυτόμος.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος. Λέγε. Καλώς. Μάχη.
What is this yellow guy doing?
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Μεταλλεύς. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Έτοιμος. Λέγε. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Oh, he went to
Βούλομαι.
town center.
Πρόσεχε. Εισβολή. Έστω. Θρητόμος. Λέγε. Ορθώς. Έτοιμος. Ορθώς. Ετοίμος. Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Θηρευτής.
Sorry, I can't talk a whole lot more. I'm kind of
Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα.
trying
Βούλομαι.
to concentrate here.
Λέγε. Έστω. Εις μάχην. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθώς. Λέγε. Ορθώς. Πρόσταγμα. 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 Εις μάχην. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Ορθώς. Ορθώς. Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Ναι.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε. Μάχη. Βούλομαι. Πάνι. Ορθώς. Ετοίμος. Λέγε. Ορθώς. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθώς. Μάλιστα. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Πάνι.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε.
Λέγε. Έστω. Μάλιστα. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα.
Ετοίμος. Έστω. 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 Βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Let's put you guys there.
Μεταλλεύς. Θηρευτής.
Λέγε.
Λέγε.
Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμη. Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα. Θηρευτής.
Oh, cool. There are more.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Ooh, what's this? Random eclipse.
Βούλομαι.
Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι.
Is that like a mistake or what?
Yes. Μάλιστα. Λέγε. Έτοιμος.
Super smudge.
Λέγε. Ναι. Θηρευτής.
Whoopsie daisy.
Έτοιμος. Έστω.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Πάνι. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
Πρόσταγμα. Τόμος. Μάλιστα. Έστω.
Λέγε. Πάνι. Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα.
Well, enough to.
Πρόσεχε.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε.
Βούλω. Μάλιστα.
Shoot, he's coming there, isn't he?
Ναι, μάλιστα.
Βούλομαι. Ναι. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Έστω.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα. Τόμος.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Πάνι. Εισβολή. Έτοιμος. Λέγε. Ορθός. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα. Καλός.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσεχε. Βρυτόμος.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Ορθός. Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Τόμος. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Έτοιμος. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Καλός. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Λέγε. Ορθός. Λέγε. Ισμάχιν. Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Ισμάχιν. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος. Ισμάχιν. Έτοιμος.
Ah, shoot.
Έτοιμος.
Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
Πρόσταγμα. Βρυτόμος. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Καλός.
Πρόσταγμα. Ισμάχη.
Καλός. Πρόσταγμα.
Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε. Βρυτόμος.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Καλός. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Χώρο. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι. Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Ορθός.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Μάλιστα. Έστω. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Βρυτόμος.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Πάνι. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Πάνι. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Εισβολή. Ορθός.
Λέγε. Θηρευτής.
Ah, shoot. How long have I been housed?
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Βούλω. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Λέγε.
Έτοιμος. Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Πάνι.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Λέγε. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Ορθός. Ορθός. Λέγε. Εισβολή. Χώρο. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
Yeah, this is the worst path blocking ever.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι. Έτσι. Βούλομαι. Έτσι. Ναι. Πρόσεχε.
Λέγε, λέγε,
Μάλιστα. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
What?
Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Ορθός. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Ισμάχιν.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Έτσι. Μάλιστα. Πρόσεχε.
μάλιστα, έστω,
Λέγε.
μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Καλός. Πρόσταγμα. Χώρο. Έτοιμος. Βολή.
Πρόσταγμα,
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Βούλομαι.
πρόσεχε,
Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Σμάχη. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. 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 Πάνι.
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Βούλομαι.
πρόσεχε,
Λέγε.
πρόσταγμα, βούλομαι. Ναι, βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Βούλομαι. Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Πάνι. Καλός. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Uh,
Έτοιμος όμως. Ναι. Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Λέγε. Ορθός.
Έτοιμο. Μάλιστα.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε,
Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Εισβολή.
λέγε, λέγε,
Καλός. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
boy, I wish I could age up. There we go.
This is not going well.
βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Ορθός.
Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Μάλιστα. Έτοιμο. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι. Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα,
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι.
πρόσταγμα, βούλομαι.
Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμος. Λέγε. Ναι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Έστω. Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα.
This is how an example of how bad macro can really
Έτοιμο.
cost you.
Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός. Λέγε.
Έτοιμο. Ναι.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
shoot.
Βούλομαι. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε.
Λέγε. Ορθός.
Λέγε,
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα.
Έτοιμος.
The hyenas are killing. These hyenas killed two of my hippocon.
Πάνι. Πρόσταγμα. Ορθός.
έτοιμο.
Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Πρόσταγμα,
Λέγε.
πρόσεχε,
Πρόσταγμα.
I also feel like I've had a ton of idle
πρόσεχε, βούλομαι.
town center time.
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμο. Βούλομαι. Λέγε, πολύ. Πρόσταγμα,
Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Βούλομαι. Ναι. Έστω. Μάλιστα.
πρόσεχε, ναι.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Μάλιστα. Βούλομαι.
Λέγε, βούλομαι.
Λέγε. Πάνι. Βούλομαι. Πάνι.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Έστω. Λέγε. Βούλομαι.
Oh, let's not forget all my upgrades.
Έστω. Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε. Βρυτόμος. Ναι. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Ναι. Έτοιμος. Έστω. Μάλιστα. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
Έτοιμος. Βούλομαι. Πάνι.
Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμη. Πρόσεχε,
Έτοιμος. Πάνι. Πάνι. Βούλομαι.
έτοιμο.
Βούλομαι.
Λέγε, μάχην, εισβολή.
Λέγε. Σμάχιν. Λέγε. Έτοιμος. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Εισβολή.
Πρόσταγμα, καλώς, εισβολή.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή.
Λέγε, βούλομαι. Βούλομαι.
Έτοιμο. Πρόσεχε. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνι. Πάνι. Λέγε. Βούλομαι. Ορθός. Πρόσεχε. Πρόσταγμα. Εισβολή.
Έτοιμο.
Λέγε. Εισβολή. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλο. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Βούλομε. Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Βούλομε.
Ah, jeez.
Λέγε πρόσταγμα έστω. Πρόσεχε.
Dang it.
Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Ναι. Έστω. Βούλο. Ναι. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσεχε. Πρόσεχε. Βούλομε. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγες.
Έτοιμος. Ορθός. Βούλομε.
Λέγε ναι. Λέγε. Μάλιστα. Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Θρητόμος.
Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμη. Βούλομε. Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Χώρο. Λέγε. Ορθός.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Ορθός. Πρόσταγμα.
Ναι.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε.
Έτοιμη.
Πρόσταγμα. Το μεταλλεύς.
Λέγε. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμο. Βούλομε.
Alright.
Λέγε. Βούλομε. Έστω. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσεχε. Θρητόμος.
Λέγε. Έστρο.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομε. Εις μάχη.
Πρόσταγμα.
Λέγε. Εισβολή.
Thought I got this.
Πρόσεχε. Βούλομε. Ετοίμος. Έστω. Βούλομε. Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμο. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Έστω. Εισβολή. Λέγε. Εισβολή. Ορθός. Βούλομε. Έτοιμος.
Πρόσταγμα.
Βούλομε.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Εις μάχη.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομε.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε. Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα. Έτοιμος.
Έτοιμη. Χάος. Εισβολή. Μάχη.
Πρόσταγμα. Πάνω.
Έτοιμη. Ναι.
What's True Loke got going on over there?
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Έτοιμος.
Πρόσεχε.
Ναι.
Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Έστω.
Πρόσταγμα.
Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσταγμα. Πρόσεχε. Πρόσταγμα. Βούλαμε. Εισβολή. Ναι. Έστω. Πρόσεχε. Μάχη.
Πρόσταγμα. Εις μάχη.
Λέγε. Ναι.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα. Εις μάχη. Λέγε.
Πρόσεχε. Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Έτοιμος. Πρόσεχε. Βούλομε. Έτοιμος. Μάλιστα. Θρητόμος.
Λέγε.
Πρόσταγμα. Λέγε. Χώρο.
Έτοιμος.
I have no idea what Red's been doing. This is the single worst 2TC boom I've ever seen.
Ορθός. Βούλομε.
Red?
Yeah,
I guess we are winning somehow.
Πρόσταγμα.
I killed. Loki was on 1TC all game, and I killed like half his vills, and
Πρόσταγμα.
Έτοιμη. Μάλιστα.
his score is still higher than our 2TC boom.
Πρόσεχε. Θρητόμος. Πρόσταγμα. Ναι. Έστω.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα. Μεταλλεύς.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι.
Πρόσεχε. Πρόσεχε.
Oh, here comes the rig.
Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
Oh, here's.
Εισβολή.
Μάλιστα.
Πρόσταγμα. Έστω. Εισβολή.
Oh, and he's got flaming weapons.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι.
Έτοιμος.
Πρόσεχε.
Πρόσταγμα. Μάλιστα. Έστω. Ναι.
Έτοιμος.
Λέγε. Ναι.
Λέγε. Καλώς. Ισμάχιν.
Πρόσταγμα. Ναι. Καλώς.
Ah, shoot, I don't have enough favor for.
Λέγε. Πρόσεχε. Ναι. Έστω. Έτοιμη.
Έτοιμος. Ορθώς.
Well, I guess the side build in the end really isn't gonna matter.
Έτοιμος.
How dead were you if Rag didn't come?
I mean, I would have been able to hold against yellow for a while.
And I think we would have lost anyway, because Red's never going to respond to True Loki's pressure.
Man, teal's all over your base. Yeah, I mean, I'm Poseidon. He's.
Atlantean, so it's hard to push.
Yeah.
Πρόσταγμα. Βούλομαι. Πρόσεχε. Μάλιστα.
I don't know, Ozone. I would have held for a long time. And maybe with a surprise
Βούλομαι.
side push here. Maybe I would have
Πρόσεχε. Ναι.
kind of cheated my way back into it. I don't think he had. Oh, he did have those upgrades, didn't he? So, I mean, it would have been a slow push over me, but I could have saved it. Man, I did not scout his forward town center.
Put True Loke down to 33 fell when everybody else was 50 plus and still got
Yeah,
killed by him.
what was Grass and Groom's struggle this game?
He just was greedy, built a forward TC against True Loke's 1 TC pressure, and then I had to clean
Oh.
it up and help him. Then he built a forward mid goal, and then I think he built units, and then just never got a mass or just lost them. Basically, never did anything. Then I stole their forward TC. I lost my forward TC when I was raiding True Loke, and then I steal their forward TC back with Frost, and he just is killing 2 Barak by his 3rd TC while I just fight the double coming out of Frost by myself and kind of just did nothing.
Where did you spawn on this map? Like, where was your base? Can't find it.
The Underworld also canceled my rag.
Yeah, so Red took a forward town center?
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah, that's risky.
It's more just, look at his eco upgrades. He's got line 1 of wood and pickaxe despite going 2 TC boom. So he went 2 TC boom and didn't really boom.
Yeah, that's risky. You take that forward town center. Yeah, I got I'm just behind eco. I did a pretty bad job managing my economy. And probably, rather than go pacifist.
Your host, by the way. I know you're probably taking off, but
Oh yeah.
everyone else is lobbied.
Probably instead of
Just
going
quick rubly and you can stay in game otherwise.
Instead of going pacifist, I should probably make Toxotes. It's just so tempting to go with the brainless pure Cav because you don't have to think. You know, you just make Cav and more Cav.
Poseidon actually struggles against Atlantean
because you can't go pure.
Slow and expensive to get out, and the Atlantean trades pretty well against the
Yeah,
Cav
that's the thing
when they don't have the speed to dodge.
Is that you can't go pure cav against Atlantean because Mer, um,
Έτοιμος.
Murmillo, the Uranus Murmillo do a good job of keeping up, and a Catapultes absolutely demolish the cav. Yeah, maybe the hips. The one bad thing about going pure melee is that you miss out on the easy ranged attacks. Because if you have a pure melee army, um, that's a lot of units to try to cram into a battle line to the point where there's going to be a lot of units that aren't doing any damage. So that's the thing you always got to look out for, and that's kind of the hidden bonus of ranged units is that you never have them stuck in a fight, um, not able to reach the enemy. But yellow, yeah, yellow actually, he played that pretty well. But yeah, the old pocket reg, like how hard is it to accomplish? Reg is just, it just breaks the game a little too much, especially in team games. Like 1v1 reg is okay, but team game is it's just so awful. Oh wow, yeah, you got deleted, right, Fang? Looking good there for a while. Then yeah, that underworld
Pretty
just.
good. I just had a bunch of idle TC time, so I probably should have had it even
Oh
stronger
yeah,
to
me
go
too.
if I wasn't
I'm
falling
at
behind on Vels. But I think we should have won that game if Red was able to pressure a little.
I'm at Two Town Center. I can't even keep up with you in Villagers for a while. Like I'm behind. Oh well. Yeah, I lost ZW kind of right. I mean, I just lost too many Hippocon there while I was transitioning. Some bad
You can't
pathing.
trade effectively against Atlantean either, so like if any fight before the Poseidon is at full pop is basically just a win for the Atlantean since they can outspan you unit wise.
Yeah. And I got caught a few times as well. But all right, well, I'm gonna go 11:30. Yeah, it's time for bed. But thanks for watching, everybody. Catch all of you later. Z Dub, thank you for subscription. I never really did answer the Norse. I mean, you watch me and you'll see their weaknesses. Watch someone like Rappel and you'll see their strengths. But but Norse is one of those where there's just that everything can look good until all of a sudden everything's just it's just a nightmare. So Norse of all gods probably has the greatest swing potential. Where yeah, you can look great, have a great army, but if your army dies and you lose your base, well, you're done. Um, so yeah, it can go from good to bad in just a couple minutes. But all right, I'll catch y'all later. Thanks for watching, everybody.